What's good, grind schoolers? It's your boy Rob, and I'm back with another video. Today we're not gonna be in the shop. I kind of want to do something a little bit different and see how it goes. When I first started this page out, or this channel, it was supposed to be about business and stuff like that. And then the cars kind of started to come along, and then now, you know, I kind of wanted to integrate the cars into business. So I'm gonna try that out and see just how it goes, you know what I mean? Because I want to, you know what I'm saying, like show a little bit more content. Like I said, unfortunately I've been extremely busy and I haven't been able to like work on the cars and stuff like that. But if I brought y'all into, you know, a little bit more of my life or whatever, and show you kind of, you know, how things are going or whatever, then I could show you guys a lot more content. So that's what we're gonna do. So without further ado, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and smack that like button, comment, hit that subscribe button, that bell notification as well, so you get all of our videos when we decide to upload. And yeah, without further ado, take a ride with me. Come on, let's go. Alright, grind schoolers, so we about to go to the first property that my wife and I acquired. We're about to head over there right now, and just talk about that a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Talk about, you know, in this first segment, I'm gonna start calling Camaro Talk. So this will be like episode 1. I think what I'm gonna do is just talk about, you know what I'm saying, a little bit about the business, because, you know, I went to school for business management, you know what I mean? I've been trying to embark on this business journey for quite some time. So I think we're gonna start getting in the car and just, you know, having some chit chat, you know what I'm saying, kick the shit a little bit. We're gonna just, you know, get in here and talk business, man, whether it's stocks, real estate, you know, general business, you know, how to, you know, flip, you know, stuff, flip your money, whatever it is. But yeah, like I said, I want to start giving y'all more content, so we're just gonna kick the shit a little bit, you know what I mean? We're gonna go for a drive, and we're gonna go over to the first property that my wife and I acquired, and then we'll talk about that a little bit. You know what, gang? Almost forgot the cold start. Can't forget the cold start. Alright, let's go, baby. Alright, y'all, so like I said, we about to head over there, and you know what I'm saying, my pulley is crazy right now. I need to get that fixed ASAP. It's my supercharger pulley is like really screaming. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, but anyways, we're about to head over there, over to our first property or whatever. And a little bit about the backstory on this property. I bought this condo. It's a condo. And 2015 is when I first started to like get into real estate, and really actually we purchased our first piece of property. And so we bought this condo for $146,000 right before the market in Denver got hot. Or not right before, but like in the midst of when it started. So in 2014 they legalized marijuana, and there was a huge boom in real estate sales, and you know what I'm saying, like population and stuff like that out here in Denver, from 2014 onwards, and still continuing to grow or whatever. Not as fast as it used to be, but real estate was kind of fairly cheap back then, and then eventually it just exploded. So what happened was we purchased our condo for $146,000, and I wish I would have pulled the trigger a little bit earlier or whatever, just because of the simple fact that real estate was a lot cheaper than that. I was looking at a condo probably like a year prior to that, and hold on. Sorry about that, gang. Had to get on the highway, you know what I mean? So anyways, we had decided to pull the trigger and purchase property right as the market started to increase, and we bought it in 2015. And what I knew about this property was, and I knew I wanted to be in this location, in this area, is because they were putting a new light rail system in, and we ended up actually purchasing our condo a month prior to the light rail beginning to run through the neighborhood. So I knew that instantly my property value would increase just because of that, you know, a transit system or something like that. I also knew that the path of growth, I would be in the path of growth. So, you know, more people moving to the neighborhood, more desirable locations, stuff like that. I knew that was another thing that would increase my property value. So I knew I wanted to be in this specific location, which we ended up purchasing our property in or whatever. So anyways, long story short, my wife and I decided to pull the trigger. We found this property, and it has beautiful views of downtown and the mountains off in the distance, and you can see like the entire neighborhood. So instantly when we walked in and purchased this place, I knew we had to have it. You know what I mean? We had to have it. So anyways, we ended up living in that property for about 2 years, and then we used that property to then get our next property. You know what I mean? So we're buying these as primary residences, just to get our foot in the door. And I know there's a lot of people out there who tell you not to, you know, buy a house and all this kind of stuff. Yo, for me, it's been working for me, and you know, I'm so grateful that I did, because the property value went from $146,000 to then or now 230. It's roughly around $230,000, and this is 4 or 5 years later. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of value in the property, and not only that, you can use the value in the property, which my wife and I did, to purchase more property. So, you know, it's leverage. You want to have leverage in this game, you know, and I'm not even so deep into it yet, you know what I mean? Like I said, I want y'all to embark on this journey with me, because, you know, things are going to start moving a little bit faster at this point, you know what I mean? It's been really slow, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, I was able to secure a piece of property that was able to buy my next investment, and that property went from $272 is the purchase price on that one, to now $335, $340-ish, and we've only been there for a couple of years. So like I said, it's great in markets, you know, where things are moving really, really quickly, and I think that's the differentiating factor from buying a house where you're at. Sorry, I had a phone call. That was crazy. My brother just called me talking about, you know what I'm saying, multifamily real estate, you know what I mean? Like I said, I've been, you know, I'm not even so deep into this real estate game or anything like that, but, you know, I'm heavily invested in it, if that makes sense. Meaning, you know, I'm all in. I'm going after it, you know what I mean? And like I said, I want y'all to embark on this journey, and I've seen the power of real estate, and I've been able to acquire a few properties and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm not even toe deep into this thing, man, and I'm seeing the power and the leverage that you have in real estate is second to none. It's second to none, and you control an entire piece of property for not that much money down, you know what I mean? And I don't want to, you know, sound salesy or nothing like that, because I can care less, you know what I'm saying, if anybody jumped in or not, you know what I mean? But I just want anybody, you know, everybody to go on my journey with me, you know what I mean? So like I said, I'm almost to the first property that, you know, like I said, me and my wife acquired. So, you know, when I get there, I'll cut y'all back on, and you know what I'm saying, we'll talk about that a little bit, you know what I'm saying. And I know I explained the reason why I purchased this piece of property, but you know, to be able to see it, I mean, it's not much. It's one unit within a whole complex, which I'm trying to get to the point where I can have the whole complex. But yeah, so I'll cut y'all back on when we get there, and we'll talk about it a little bit, you know, once we get there. Like I said, me and Hawaii was talking about this yesterday, bro. And like I was telling them that, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't matter who brings what to the table, as long as they got something to offer, you know what I mean? And it's not really that difficult to like really break in, you know what I mean? Like even if it's like what you was just talking about, like in Georgia or Texas, I mean, in 4 units or whatever, you know what I mean? I want obviously more than that, but like just getting into the game, like,
yeah, man.
And and as long as the rents are gonna cover the mortgage and all the expenses and stuff like that, then if we are gonna go out of state too, I do kind of want more units than that, because you know what I'm saying, somebody's gonna have to manage it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, but that's a nice start. I saw one a 9 unit out here in Denver for, or it's in Aurora. It's a 1.3 million. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I just seen those. I probably seen the one that you seen.
You saw that one?
Yeah, because I'm on LoopNet right now. That's what I've been on, just looking at them.
Right.
And like I said, I've seen, and like I've been coming across it. You know, there's been 5. Like right now, I was like, okay, let me see if we go outside of Colorado where we can buy it for less money and put more money into what the units look like. Because we all live in apartments. We all like, you don't want no shitty ass place. Like, I mean, you want something at least decent. So of course we're gonna need to remodel, do what we need to do, and stuff like that. And like I said, you know, I mean, depending on a good price point, because like I said, for me, I was thinking about either, like, if we can buy it full out cash, that'd be cool, because that way we ain't got to worry about the bank. That money just comes right into us. We pay the taxes on that property, and that's all we have to do. We just collect the money, hand over fifth in every month. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, that would be, for me, the idea if we're going to do, like you said, a 9 unit, to where we just pay that money. We just, like, even like, say, you know, for example, say if somehow someone comes into, you know, a large sum of money, and they go, okay, well, here, I'll go ahead and buy this for $1 million. The other 2 partners or the other partner, you know, needs to, okay, you'll be the manager of the group and stuff like that. So that way, everybody's using their role to the best of their ability. You know what I'm saying? That way, you know, we gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? And now, because like I said, if we do the bank, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's nice to see that, you know, it's on the paper that we own that. But like I said, I'm want to get into, if we getting into like buying a multi-unit, I just want to pay, you know, buy that motherfucker as much, put as cash or put as much down as possible.
Right.
But that way, the couple years, 5-6 years later, that's when we start seeing the actual money coming in from everything. You know what I'm saying? Right. We ain't gonna see it the first 2-3 years, of course, but. You know, it'd be nice just to buy that whole, but like this one, I can buy, there's 2 of them for sale in like around, and now the other one was 2 whatever, and this was a 5-bedroom, so I'm like, shit, man, that's a house, 500, close to 600 something thousand, you know, just chalk it up for both properties. And then this one, they're saying the average rental rate that they charge it is, they don't even have how much they rent it out for.
Yeah, so like the one that I saw yesterday, I don't want to get something like you said. I don't want nothing that's already been like rehabbed already. You know what I mean? Because they're trying to charge premium dollars for that. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I want to be able to add value and, you know what I'm saying, increase the rents. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I was talking to Hawaii about this yesterday. Like literally, you go in, you increase the rents, nothing too bad, but you know what I'm saying, if it's below market value or whatever, or below, you know, rent, what you could charge, then, you know, that's the ideal situation, because then you could go increase the rent, and then, you know what I'm saying, like, you can obviously, you know, get your money back or whatever, and go purchase more, because, you know, like, I want to start, like, full scale, like, yo, if we go, then I'm trying to go all in, yo, like, I'm trying to keep it moving, you know?
Exactly. And that's the thing about it. Cause I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, okay, even with my situation, like depending on, you know, how much this app and everything goes for, and I'm like, okay, what are gonna be my off the bat moves? And I'm like, okay, like to get that residual income like I want, my right off the bat move is I want to buy some of these concepts. So if we can get, like, if I can get my hands on 1 or 2 here, and then do 2 more in like Texas or something. Now, okay, we got 4 a piece. You know, probably those what? I mean, I'm looking at some probably got 10 to 15 units or something like that. you know, we need to, we'll, you know, go in there, do what we need to do with the landscaping if it's bad or the pines, you know, do what we need to do. And then I want to just pay, like just buy it cash out. So that way, all that money that they're paying in their rent just goes into our account. That's it. So we ain't got to worry about shit. We know people who know how to fix shit. I mean, I know you're part of the group. So that's what I'm saying. We all keep it in-house. So that way we ain't paying nobody from the outside to really do nothing. I mean, yeah, we'll have to pay people who are like certified electricians for certain shit if it comes to that, but you know, man, that's why I was sitting here drinking. Like, man, I'm trying. I need to put my ducks in a row because it's getting closer to closer every time I think and every time we discuss this app. So it's like I need to be ready. I'm not about to be sitting still for a whole year just spending money on stupid shit. Like, nah, right. First thing to get that first 2 months, I'm buying smart property, bro. Right. But we got to get smart property. And I feel like I think if we get this multi-unit and then we even if let's just start off small, we can get one. You know, that one that you was looking at. If I trust your judgment, she's like, hey, bro, this is a good location, bet we'll pay that 1.3, or we help talk them down and see what we can truly get for it. And then we just, hey, go all in, renovate, you know, what we really do and get tip-top dollars for it. So then when we making that money back, we ain't worried about shit. That money was in the account, bro.
Alright, shit, I'm gonna call you right back. I just pulled up to the condo or whatever, so I'm gonna call you right back. Alright, y'all, so we just pulled up to the first crib that I ever had. I would get out, you know what I'm saying, and you know, walk around or whatever, but I don't really feel like it. But this is the first property that I ever had. Alright, gang, so you can't really see it, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I didn't really want to get out and, you know, start just filming or whatever because it's early, and you know, I don't want to look like a straight weirdo. But that was the first property that, you know, my wife and I acquired, you know what I mean. I can put pictures here and you can see it or whatever, but that was the first one that we acquired, and that's what started us on our journey, on this real estate journey. My brother just called me or whatever, and you know, coincidentally enough, you know, talking about multifamily, and I decided to, you know, put that clip in there. And you know, obviously it's got to be chopped up because it was a longer conversation, you know what I mean, than what you guys have seen, and I didn't want to make this video 40 minutes, you know what I mean. So anyways, you know, the power of this real estate is second to none. Like I said before, you know, I'm not even toes deep in this thing yet, and I already see the power. And we're talking about building, you know what I'm saying, an empire here, you know what I mean. Like, and I really believe that, you know, real estate is the way. So like I said, you guys, this is going to be Camaro talk. It's going to be similar to this. It's not always going to be real estate. It's not always going to be, you know, a specific topic. It's just whatever comes off the top of my mind that I want to share with you guys, you know, in regards to real estate, and you know, what it actually, you know, the power of it, you know what I mean. So these jewels that obviously, you know what I'm saying, that I want to drop for you guys, are also a part of my journey, you know what I mean. It's things that I'm going through, like, current. So without further ado, y'all, you know what I'm saying, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you get a notification every time we drop a video, and always remember, work hard so you can live free.